We'll begin this edition with Representative Karen Bass, Democrat of California. Her district is at the heart of Los Angeles County, including big chunks of the city of Los Angeles and Culver City. Great to have you with us, Congresswoman.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, the word from the White House tonight is that one of the things the president is going to do is make an argument to the country that his years in office have been pretty productive ones. But a lot of the public opinion polling doesn't seem to reflect that back. What should the president do to strengthen his argument? What can he say tonight?
Well, one of the things that I think the administration could and should do every day is to promote the accomplishments that they really have, and I don't think that they've been very strong at that. So if you think about where our country was 7 years ago and where it is today, I think the change has been very significant in spite of very difficult odds.
Now, that's just the problem, though. If you're sitting in your home in Kansas City or Lorain, Ohio, and you're not feeling good about the state of the country, what do you make of what the president's saying if he's trying to convince you? It's a tough sell for him, isn't it?
Well, I think that it is in some ways, but I think that there's some very significant things that the president can bring up. Now, I know he's not going to do a laundry list of his accomplishments. Many of us will be out doing that. But I think if you mention health care, if you mention the unemployment rate, half of what it was, 7 years ago. But you are right. If you're an individual that still doesn't have a job and then you've not felt the improvement in the economy, then you're absolutely right.
How are things looking from the 37th district of the state of California? It's a very diverse congressional district, and I'm sure there are many different opinions about the shape of the country tonight.
Oh, absolutely. But I can tell you in the 37th district, and I know this very intimately because 7 years ago I was in the state legislature having to deal with the economic crisis in California, where our state budget was $83 billion, and today it's over $150 billion. And so California is still struggling, but nothing like it was 7 years ago.
But what about people who are looking for jobs? What about people who are finishing their years in school, either with a high school diploma, a junior college certificate, or some credential and heading out into the world of work? Are there good things happening in your part of the world?
Well, you are absolutely right. There is still so much that needs to be done. But even if you take an issue like student loans, that has significantly improved. A long way to go still. But one of the first things that President Obama did when he took over was he took a lot of the private loans back into the federal government. So the situation regarding student loans would be even worse if he hadn't to make the changes that he did 7 years ago.
Representative Karen Bass is in her second term, representing California's 37th district in the U.S. House. Thanks for joining us. Good to talk to you.
Thanks for having me on.